haven't found my soulmate yet. Everything is yet.
The power of yet.
The power of yet. Yet.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And look, South Park is known for satire and for mocking people. No one is safe. This isn't the first time they've done an episode on the royal family, but this particular episode was quite scathing and the grains of truth that it held. And I'm not sure how the Sussexes are taking it. Obviously, it is a cartoon.
Wow. I know. Yeah. You just have to prove, like, you have the proof that you're proving that you can prove the proof. It's divine intervention that God brought you to this podcast today. Want some pretzels? I put them in a bag myself. These pretzels are divinely ordered. Pretzels.
You just can't leave us alone, can you? Oh my God, he's so obsessed with us.
And this podcast with Jamie Kern-Lima was absolutely car crash. I mean, Jamie Kern-Lima is actually a very successful woman, a self-made billionaire. However, she is a fame whore because, she first found fame by appearing on the first series of Big Brother. She believes that she's the new Oprah Winfrey. And the problem is, you realize these are the types of people Meghan Markle is surrounding herself with. And none of them are prepared to ever give her a dose of reality.
Successful lifestyle brand as ever. We sold out of everything in 45 minutes. Amazing. You've been working so hard. Oh my gosh, I worked so hard. I worked very hard and I'm still working very hard. Just not for the royal family. Yet I still insist on being called Her Royal Highness.
Dan, when you do interviews on your show, do you do the Jamie Kern-Lima reactions? Yes. Oh my God, there's something wrong with her.
Meghan Markle, they've just learned the hardest of lessons, which is, if you start a brawl, do not be surprised if you end up getting punched twice as hard. In fact, South Park has just knocked them out.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
Okay, so like South Park totally went after Meghan showing her interview with Jamie Kern-Lima and making fun of every fake tear and pause and how she tried to act humble, but they made it seem like she just learned words like authenticity and healing 5 minutes before, and honestly, it felt more like a total drag than a roast, and oh my God, that's not even the worst part.
This woman looks to me like a malignant narcissist. This woman has zero self-awareness.
I love that your eyes are sparkling right now. Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy them.
I forgot to have fun. You're right. You're right.
That 2-hour podcast that I just had to sit through with Jamie Kern-Lima, who is also very cut off from the rest of the world.
You've had it harder than literally any other person on the planet. Even Jesus, nailed up to the cross, didn't suffer as much as you. I just love that this is what the Lord willed me to do with my will, to make another podcast where celebrities can talk about how hard their lives are, not to help people.
Okay, so like South Park totally roasted Meghan's fake crying, making it super dramatic with big sobs, weird pauses, and hand moves like a soap opera instead of real feelings, and it really made you wonder if she was sharing her story or just selling it, and oh my God, what came next was even wilder.
If it's truly what we want, then we really can get away from it all. No more magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life. Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling. We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on.
What do Americans really think of Harry and Meghan? We despise them.
So why did you say yes to doing this show?
Because it's you. And to me, that means...
Are you okay? Oh, that's so kind. I am. I'm better than okay. It's my line. How are you? I know, you always make it about me. I do. So now let's discuss. Wait. You're supposed to talk about how amazing I am at being a friend to you.
Okay, so like Meghan was ranting nonstop while Jamie Kern-Lima looked totally lost and South Park made it hilarious showing Jamie trapped as Meghan turned it into a full pity parade, and oh my God, what came next was even more cringe.
Do you think you'll be married forever?
Yes.
I have a letter.
He's also a fox. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome. But his heart is even more beautiful.
Something's up here. See that little shoulder shrug when she said yes?
Yes, yes.
Did you hear how high her voice was when she said yes?
Yes.
When we're stressed, our larynx closes up a little bit and our voice tone gets a little bit higher. That's why the pitch of the S is so high.
What we're doing here is as, if not more important than solving world hunger. Wow. I practiced really hard to come off as genuine. So did I. I think it's important. I do.
Okay, so like Meghan kept throwing around the word authentic in her chat with Jamie like it was party confetti in South Park. Roasted her hard showing. How fake it sounded every time and how she used it like a marketing trick. Instead of being real, and oh my god, what came next was even messier.
Don't care. Don't care. What the hell? What did he just say? He victimized me. It's because I'm an ethnic woman. He can't do that. I'll say, wait, you're ethnic? This is an outrage. There's this horrible spy who lives across the street from us, and we're gonna get him back by changing our brand.
Is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
Welcome to Jamie Kern Lima Show.
Her show is unlike any I've ever done.
A revelation. When you listen, it feels like a hug, but your brain and your spirit and your heart is like, wow.
When I look into Jamie's eyes, I feel like I am on some other cosmic level with her.
I could see the light around her. She's infused with.
Okay, so like Meghan kept turning every podcast moment into her own sad story even when it was supposed to be. About Jamie and South Park roasted it by showing her acting like the underdog over tiny problems while stealing the spotlight, and oh my god. The next thing they dragged was even more ridiculous.
But before I go to bed almost every night, I email them.
Wow.
They will end up at one point in their life, maybe when they're 16 or when they're 18, that I say, here's an email that I've been keeping for you.
Because that's really what you want when you're 18. 40,000 emails, Maureen, from your mother.
These emails are so that when my children are of age, they can come to me and say, oh my God, you loved us so much. It's me.
It's divinely ordered how many times we've said I and me. Why did you say yes to this show? And then you're like, do it. I was like, what? You're like, do it. I was like, what? You're like, do it. And then I was scared.
Okay, so like instead of a real heart-to-heart Meghan turned the podcast into a mix of Instagram quotes and TED Talk leftovers and South Park made it hilarious, showing her in a fake glam studio sipping tea and saying deep lines like your worth is not defined by others, and it totally felt like branding, not bonding, and oh my god, her next move was even faker.
Can you imagine being Archie or Lilibet and opening this inbox of 6,000 emails when you turn 18? No one wants that, not the children. And also it sets this really unrealistic expectation, which Meghan is so good at doing for other parents.
If I don't have meetings in the morning, then I try to do school drop-off. They're at 2 different schools. So from 6:30 in the morning on drop-off mornings for me, I'm not home till 9.
Her life is so hard because she has to do school drop-offs. And thank God that she's got a live-in nanny basically raising these 2 children. She's trying to sell herself as this wholesome mother who's baking cookies and making tea for the rest of the family.
And this was one of the most every mother out there will understand. She wants us to put together a fruit crudité board for our children in the morning. Now, look, Maureen.
I can't.
Look at this.
Okay, so like Meghan talked all about women's empowerment, but it was just empty buzzwords in South Park. Made it hilarious showing her cutting off Jamie to bring up her own drama, and it was so obvious she was making it about herself, not anyone else, and oh my god, her next throwback moment took the identity crisis to a whole new level.
Yes, took them out of the box, put them in some other packets, which seems to be Meghan's idea of cooking.
When you were saying, like, do you want to just do like cozies and no makeup? I like the idea of like, okay, great, let's let them see us.
Nobody talks like that. Nobody acts like that, because that's weird behavior that we're seeing from both of these people if we're supposed to be thinking under the impression that they're being authentic.
Okay, so like Meghan brought up her deal or no deal days again, calling it this big disempowerment moment, and South Park dragged her by showing her switching between hating it and loving it, like changing outfits, and it totally exposed how she keeps rewriting her story to fit whatever image she wants, and oh my god, her next act was pure theatrical cringe.
She's allegedly wearing no makeup. Meanwhile, she's got like the perfect blowout. Like she's completely camera ready. And she also is pretending that she's crying. There isn't a tear
in sight. It's an actor's trick.
During promotion for Suits, she was joking with one of the photographers that she can cry on command. Left eye, go. And then you watch a tear fall down her face, and then she starts cackling because she's so proud of herself.
She has this really famous thing where she says one tap left eye and she can make herself cry on demand.
You haven't seen any of the questions ahead of time, and we're in our sweats, and you look the exact same with no makeup as makeup, and we're
that's very
It's just another lie from Meghan where she's told us one thing about this wholesome family life that she's got, but really it's staff behind the scenes that are upholding this entire image for this woman.
Okay, so like Meghan tried to do this super intense empathy act with long pauses. Head tilts and soft voices, but it felt more like she was auditioning for empathetic Duchess #1 in South Park. Made it hilarious showing her reacting harder to her own stories than to Jamie's, and it was so clear it was about looking like she cared, not actually caring, and oh my god. Her body language next was even faker.
Thank you for trusting me with your first ever podcast and with your friendship. Yeah.
Means a lot, Jamie. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a very accepting person. Truly, I want to like something about her. I'm searching for something to like about her. And it's so hard.
And this podcast with Jamie Kern-Lima was absolutely car crash. I mean, Jamie Kern-Lima is actually a very successful woman, self-made billionaire. However, she is a fame whore because, she first found fame by appearing on the first series of Big Brother. She believes that she's the new Oprah Winfrey. And the problem is, you realize these are the types of people Meghan Markle is surrounding herself with. And none of them are prepared to ever give her a dose of reality.
Okay, so like South Park totally roasted Meghan's body language, showing every slow blink, head tilt, and perfect hand clasp like she was coached by 5 PR teams, and it made her look way. Too staged for something meant to be real, and oh my god, after the interview dropped, social media went wild.
Make the Times list of cool people, but she did get invited there because her agency probably bought her access. This is one of the goofiest things ever.
Because I think it speaks to the tiny moments of joy that are so effortless and just create a little bit of magic that we're all craving.
What in the hell word salad is this?
Tiny little flower petals that are dried. I started putting them on salads. I started putting them on scrambled eggs. Level of charm that you find people have when they see these tiny little dried petals is something I can't fully wrap my head around, but I appreciate.
I'm elevating it by putting dried flower petals on all of my food.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a, quote, princess.
I mean, Meghan did claim that before dating Harry, she never Googled him, and she said she didn't know much about the royal family.
It was planned from the beginning. I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it.
Before they met?
Yes.
But as soon as Meghan Markle made it absolutely clear that it was all about the moolah, it was all about the big bucks, it was all about trading off the royal name, but she was lining up these deals when she was still the Duchess of Sussex. She was in talks with Disney, she was in talks with the publishing companies, in talks with Netflix. At that point, the late Queen Elizabeth II, quite rightly, in my opinion, said, no, there is no half in, half out. So you can go, you go with our blessing, but you lose everything.
Meghan has always said that, she's got lots of staff around her, and we've heard lots of complaints from lots of people that have worked for
Okay, so like the second the interview dropped, people online were calling out how fake Meghan sounded, comparing her to a meditation app, and wondering why Jamie's story got pushed aside and South Park nailed. It's showing cartoon Meghan fixing her hair in a mirror mid-chat while everyone rolled their eyes, and oh my god, her next move was somehow even worse.
Zoom in here and it says, with the compliments of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. That is a title that was stripped from her when she and Harry made their whole racism debacle and left the UK, left their royal duties, and moved to the US to bug all of us. She's using it in private with her friends. That's even weirder than if they were still trying to milk the titles in public. That is just like all the confirmation that I need that this woman is just obsessed with being a royal, that is all this was all about. That she's angry that she screwed the pooch by claiming racism and basically getting kicked out of of the family. She just can't give up the HRH titles that quickly. Like, this is literally what she has always wanted.
40 minutes into the podcast, this little picture, quite a grainy picture, flashed up, which shows a basket of, homemade preserves with a card on it, HRH, Duchess of Sussex, Meghan.
You dropped off this gift basket with ice creams, homemade strawberry sauce to put on top of the ice cream.
I find it a little bit cringe to give a gift to a close friend and sign it Her Royal Highness.
Why even in private? She's using that full title, Her Royal Highness.
I would never refer to myself as Her Royal Highness.
They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore, but I'm going to put it all over my stationery and on the gifts that I give to my
Okay, so like Meghan tried to be all raw and real, saying stuff like I cried on the floor, but it felt super rehearsed, and South Park made it hilarious with Cartoon Meghan, giving dramatic speeches under spotlight with sad music, and it just showed how even her honesty feels fake, and oh my god, the next part was pure secondhand embarrassment.
Usually when we're together, we're in our cozy sweats and no makeup. So that's how we are today. No one's picked up my book proposal yet.
Yes.
I haven't found my soulmate yet. Everything is yet.
The power of yet.
Power of yet. Yet. Yet.
But I'm happy. I'm happy. And the kids are healthy and H is great. But I'm trying to also enjoy these big wins right now.
Yes.
Enjoy them.
Yeah, she's a princess too, and Harry is slaying dragons to rescue her.
Look what we built. We've built a beautiful life, and we have 2 healthy, beautiful children. And I always think about it like the end of Super Mario Brothers, when you get to the final level, and what's the goal in Super Mario? They're like, slay the dragon, save the princess. I'm like, that's my husband.
Who is Harry rescuing her from? The family she abandoned before making him abandon his?
Okay, so like Jamie was just trying to share her amazing story, but Meghan kept turning it into her own therapy session in South Park. Nailed it, showing cartoon Jamie trying to talk while Meghan kept interrupting with dramatic faces and random confessions. And it totally felt like someone hijacking a celebration to talk about their own drama, and oh my god, the final scene was the ultimate bombshell.
Now, there is no doubt about it that Meghan Markle's viral video created a new negative wave of backlash against her that resulted in many other studios actually deciding to put any kind of affiliation with her either to a halt or firing her directly. That's exactly what happened with both Paramount and...
Okay, so like South Park totally nailed it, ending with cartoon Meghan sitting on this massive throne made out of microphones, scripts, and cheesy affirmations, calling herself the queen of authenticity, while cameras flash stylists, fuss, and branding. Experts whisper in her ear, and it was such a savage mic drop because it showed how everything about her image is so fake and over-rehearsed, like nothing is really real in the way. They did it without any big speeches, just the picture itself made. It's super clear that when everything is staged and controlled, no one can believe it's authentic, and honestly, it made people laugh, cringe, and also feel kind of tired of the whole Meghan drama. Like, how long can she keep up this act before everyone just stops watching? And the whole parody felt like holding up a giant mirror to her carefully built illusion, making us all question what's real and what's just for show. And it was so brutally honest, but also kind of funny, like, yeah, we get it, Meghan, but maybe it's time to be real. Or just give it a rest.